Hey, you know how preparing for an English test can be kind of boring? Well, it's not with E2 Language because we have these things called live classes, which are taught by expert teachers. They happen twice a day, 7 days a week. So if you come along, it's actually like live, and there's people in the classroom with you, and it's happening, and you're being taught. You're not studying by yourself. So it makes it way more fun. In the video that you're about to see, you're going to see a replay of one of our live classes. If you want to join our live classes, then go to e2language.com. You can sign up for free and you can join our sample live classes. Anyway, enjoy.
Hello, everybody. Hi, guys, in the chat box here on Zoom. How are you all today? There we go. Hi, Kamal, Eliana, Prashant. So just type hello in the chat box. It should be popping up on your screen there. Geeta, Nicolo, Mariam, this session is recorded. You'll probably find it on YouTube during the week. So our sample classes, we don't usually keep them on the platform, but you might find it on YouTube. Hi, Kalpana. Anyone here for the first time? Let me know. Prashant, you are. Mehak, Galaxy, is that your real name? Cool, lots of people for the first time. Well, welcome. This is our free sample speaking class. Basically, it's a taste of a real E2 live class. Our real classes are usually 1 hour, and some of our writing classes are 1.5 hours as well. So this is a short, sweet class, just an introduction for you. During the session, if you have a question or you want to answer a question, just use the chat box as you're doing now. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello, I'll check in there later, but I'm watching the chat box on Zoom, and I'll show you how to join for next time. Hello, Vishnu, nice to see you too. Hi, Syed. Oh, thank you. You signed up because of the YouTube videos. I'm happy to hear that. That's good. Jeet, how many students in the Zoom session? Good question. Depends. If it's a free class, it can be huge, hundreds. If it's one of our paid classes, usually between like 40 and 100. Depends on the week. Depends on the class as well. Hi, everyone. Now, some of you probably got an email on the weekend announcing a special prize or a gift in our live class today. And this is it. So particularly if you're new and you want to upgrade to have access to all of our live classes, we have live classes at least once a day, sometimes up to 4 times a day, different time zones, different topics. You can use this code, new IELTS 10. This gives you 10% off all of our packages, almost all of our packages. There's a little fine print down here. And also upgrades. So for you guys, if you are here, on an express package, like our basic package, just $44. Maybe you want to upgrade to get a tutorial up to bronze or up to silver. Use this code, new IELTS 10, and you'll get 10% off. You just pay the difference. I'll show it to you again later, but grab a screenshot or write it down. And this is only for 48 hours, so you have to be really quick. Hello, Pavitra. Welcome to E2 Language. It's good to have you all here today, guys. Now, YouTubers, next time go to e2language.com, click try for free. Classes like this are free. When you sign in, there's a calendar, you just click register and that's it, you get a Zoom link. Today, this is what we're gonna do. Welcome. Then quick speaking overview. And I'm gonna talk about marking briefly. Part 1, practice. I'm gonna give you a downloadable topic toolkit, so you get two gifts today, a discount and also a freebie. And I'll show you where to get extra practice at the end of this session. I'll try to answer questions at the end as well. I'm sorry if I miss your question now. The chat box is moving fairly quickly. Eliana, I can see your question. Maybe email hello@e2language.com for help with that, or ask me at the end. Let's talk about IELTS speaking. Tell me in the chat box, what score do you need for your speaking test? Hi, Redney. Okay, 8. Oh, 9. Wow. Oh, so many people need 8. What for? Is that migration? Majority trying to score 8. Okay, immigration. Wow. At least 7 for the US nursing. Okay. So most people 7 and above. All right. So just in general, the basic stuff about the IELTS speaking test. How many minutes is it? How many parts? And you should know it's one-on-one with an examiner. Good one, Dorothy. Here's our experts. Very good, guys. Minimum 11 minutes, maximum 14 minutes. There are 3 parts to the test. Part 1 is where you're asked personal questions, 3 to 4 minutes on that. Part 2, what happens in that section? Very good, Nicolo. 2 minutes speaking. You get given a topic, a cue card, a topic card, and you give a 2-minute talk about that. And part 3 is discussion. These 2 topics are connected, part 2 and part 3. Today we're going to work on part 1, the easy part, I think. In terms of scoring, you get 4 scores from your examiner. So the examiner does not give you 8. The examiner gives you, let's say, 8, 8, 7, 9, something like that. So they give you 4 completely separate scores. So it's quite common that your score profile is sort of up and down. So when you have a speaking test with us, we show you that on your score reporter, E2 language. You might be really fluent, but terrible grammar, or sometimes it's the other way around, not fluent at all, but perfect grammar. So often the job of IELTS preparation is to try to bring up that weakness, whether it's fluency or vocab or grammar or pronunciation. Today we're going to use this simplified criteria checklist. So these are the 4 areas the examiner's thinking about. Fluency and coherence. Do some of you already know what the examiner wants from you? I'm thinking here about band 8. What do I want in fluency and coherence? Hi, Jeet. If you do speaking feedback, Jeet, you get score estimates and also feedback on all of these criteria points. Chat box so quiet, I'll tell you. Fluency and coherence. So the examiner wants to see, can you speak fluently without noticeable effort? So this is up at 7 and 8. Feels like it's no effort from you. Also, band 8, do you develop your topics coherently? So do you tell a full story? Do you give me a comprehensive answer? Or do you repeat the same thing around and around? And range of connectives and discourse markers. Give me an example in the chat box of a connective or a discourse marker. What do you think? What do you think that is? Great. So to speak, however, in addition, although, because of, yeah, so those conjunctions like because, but, very good. Those adverbs, therefore, don't often use that in speaking, I must say. Not only, but also. Okay, it's also things like first of all, or another thing that springs to mind, or having said that, those sort of, that language which glues the rest of your language together, the language that connects your answers. Yeah, nice work. Lexical resource, this is vocab, and the examiner here is interested in your range. So can you demonstrate range of vocabulary? Not just what do you know, but what do you present to the examiner? So even a native speaker has to work hard here to show the examiner the language that they know. We can't just guess that you probably know lots of words. Also, less common idiomatic language. This means things like topic-specific language. Today we're going to talk about sport. So do you know some language related to sport? Also phrasal verbs, take after, pick up, get over, and can you paraphrase? Grammar, same sort of thing, range and accuracy. You need frequent, perfect sentences. Pronunciation. What do you need to do in the pronunciation section to score well? When you're speaking, what do you think about pronunciation? Good, Brenda, you need to be understood. Definitely. I mean, really, that's the most important thing, that your listener can understand you. Ups and downs, very good. So intonation. Accent is sort of something else. Like I have an accent, you have an accent. That's not going to interfere with your score. But the more you can use natural features, so things like up and down voice, connected speech, stress, word stress, sentence stress, those are important things. So range of features, and speak clearly with the correct sounds of English. So the th sound, L, R, B, V, all of those phonemes too. Now, our real speaking class, I'll just mention, is twice a week at the moment, Wednesday, and we repeat that class on Friday. These classes are 1 hour long, and you can see all the other classes available to our paid members here. And this week, in those speaking live classes, this week we're focusing on part 1 methods. So how can you demonstrate all of those features, grammar, vocab, in those easy part 1 questions? We have 6 methods that we use. You're also going to hear those methods in action, and you'll practice all parts of the speaking test in those classes. So focus on part 1, but you also practice part 2 and part 3. If you're a paid member, you can come to these classes, and you can also watch the recording of that class the next day. We upload it to our library. So this class, just a little taste of a live class. Let's do it. Let's talk about part 1. Okay, and I'm going to show you 3 methods, but actually we teach 6 methods. In the chat box, have I got any regular students? I saw you, Dorothy, maybe you know. What are some of the methods that will help you give a good answer in part 1 questions? It's not a hack or a trick, it's just a strategy. Beautiful. Stephanie says, compare the past and the present. Very good. So imagine the examiner says, what do you do? And I say, I'm a teacher. Like, that's not a really good answer. I haven't demonstrated language. I could say, I'm a teacher. I've been working as a teacher for about almost 20 years. But before that, I worked in hospitality and customer service. So I've shown them present perfect, past tense as well. Give the opinion. That's another method. Well done. Give details. Good on you, Stephanie. You know your stuff. Compare. Very good. All right, excellent job. Some of you are talking about part 2. Remember, I'm just talking about part 1, those basic questions that the examiner will ask you. All right. So there are 3 in the course. There are 3 in the real class. Today, I'm just looking at the first 3. Sorry, there are 6 in the real class, 6 in the course. First one's give your opinion. Second one gives some details, and third one gives some contrasts. I'm going to play you some examples. So I'm going to show you a question and we'll listen to someone giving an answer. I just want you to firstly think about what methods is she using in her answer. All right, I'm just going to share my audio. All right, let's see. So this is the first question for this candidate. Your job is to listen and identify the methods. So question 1, did you play sport as a child? Let's just listen first of all.
Now let's talk about sport. Did you play sport as a child?
Yes, I did actually. I played football quite often, but I didn't really like any other sports as much. My friends enjoyed playing a number of sports. They played volleyball and basketball a lot, but I never seemed to like those sports as much. I don't know why.
Okay, so what methods was she employing there? Probably all going to have a slightly different view. Definitely detail, so she mentioned specific sports. All right, so a lot of people saying 2 and 3. What was the contrast? What did she contrast? Great, Mariam. Past to present. Yeah, and she also, the question was about her, very good, Dorothy, but she also talked about her friends as a way to contrast. Oops.
Now,
so provide details, and she gave contrasts. Yeah, good job, Eddie. All right, let's listen again. Same thing, I just want you to fill in the gaps. She said, I played football, something. My friends enjoyed something, and they played volleyball and basketball a lot, but I never like those sports as much. Maybe you can remember. If not, let's listen and fill in the gaps.
Now let's talk about sport. Did you play sport as a child?
Yes, I did actually. I played football quite often, but I didn't really like any other sports as much. My friends enjoyed playing a number of sports. They played volleyball and basketball a lot, but I never seemed to like those sports as much. I don't know why.
Okay. Pretty quick. How do we go? Yeah, good. This last one here, just think about the tense. So maybe didn't catch the end of the word, but it was there.
Now
Sorry.
let's
Okay, so I played football quite often. Notice she linked that connected speech quite often. My friends enjoyed playing. Now this is a verb pattern to remember. Enjoy, ing. Enjoy cooking, enjoy doing. And I never seemed to like those sports. When I say that, you can't hear seemed to because it's connected, but past tense. I never seemed to like those sports as much. All right, let's hear her answer another question and we'll do the same thing. Tell me firstly the methods that she uses. So this is the second question. Do you play sport now? Let's see, does she give her opinion? Does she give details or does she give us contrasts? Here we go.
Do you play sport now?
Yes, I like it much better now than I did as a kid. I play different types of sports now. I play badminton. I also like to swim from time to time. And I would also like to learn surfing one day.
Okay. A lot of people saying 1 and 2, some people saying 3.
Do you play?
This is what I've got. I skipped number 1 because I thought she said yes, but she didn't tell me why. So that's why I thought it was a number 1. But number 2, there were details. And number 3, contrast. Again, she contrasted the past and now. So here's her little speech. This is the contrast. I like it much better now than I did as a kid. I play different something of sports now. I play badminton. I also like to swim to time, and I would also like to learn something one day. See if you can remember, or let's listen again.
Do you play sport now?
Yes, I like it much better now than I did as a kid. I play different types of sports now. I play badminton. I also like to swim from time to time. And I would also like to learn surfing one day.
There we go, easy. Nice work. The different types of sports, well done. From time to time, a nice collocation, from time to time, now and then. And I'd like to learn surfing. Great.
Hey, are you enjoying this live class replay? Hopefully you are. Remember, if you want to join them live in the moment with expert teachers and all of your peers, then go to e2language.com and sign up for free.
So these are the 2 questions here. Now let's see who wants to speak. I'm going to unmute some microphones. We'll start maybe 2 people. If you want to do it, firstly, please make sure you have a microphone plugged into your device. And then I'm just going to choose someone randomly. Okay, Stephanie, I'm going to choose you because you did such a good job answering the questions. Is that all right with you? All right, just give me a second. So everybody else, your job is going to be to listen to Stephanie and see if you can give her some feedback. So think about what strategies is she using? How's her grammar? Can you understand everything? Bit of pressure on you, Stephanie. Okay, let's try here. Oh, sorry, I think I muted you. All right, maybe try to unmute yourself, Stephanie.
Hello?
Hi, there we go.
Hi, you can listen to me.
I can. How are you?
Good, excited. I've been coming every time and finally I got my chance to talk.
It pays to answer the questions at the start correctly. Okay, so I'm going to ask you both questions. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, so number one, did you play sport as a child?
Well, I did a little bit when I was a child because it was part of the school curriculum. I still remember I played basketball and volleyball, but I got a knee injury, so I'm not playing that anymore.
And do you play sport now?
Well, as I mentioned before, I have a knee injury, so I no longer play basketball and volleyball, but I'm taking it easy with jogging and running, which I'm loving right now, and I hope in the future I can register and do a marathon.
Oh, wow. Thanks so much. Gosh, it's a big
Thank
ambition.
you.
Thanks, Stephanie. I'll put you back on mute and we'll give you some feedback in the chat box. Thank you. All right. What do you think, guys? I think you did a beautiful job there, Stephanie. Well done. Yeah, great details. How about vocab? I wrote down some interesting words there. Yeah, lots of praise. You think she lied, Jay? Surely not. It was part of the curriculum. It's a great topic, education word. I still remember I got a knee injury. You did lie. Oh, Jay spotted it. Good, marathon. Yep. As I mentioned before, I'm taking it easy. That's a really nice phrasal verb or casual expression. Take it easy. Jogging and running. Yeah, nothing wrong with lying. Absolutely. Yeah, beautiful job. Are you happy with your performance, Stephanie? Is there anything you would change? Yeah, I think that was a great example, and for everyone watching, that the length was good as well. It wasn't too short. She didn't go on too long either. She did really well. All right. Vihar, how about you next? Just because you were so polite. I'm sorry, I'd love to have everybody speak, but it's not always possible. Okay, Vihar, I'm going to unmute you, so hopefully you're ready. Okay, you should be able to unmute yourself now. See how you go. Hello?
Hello. Yeah, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, you ready to practice?
Yeah, I want
All
to do
right.
practice. Yeah.
Cool. First question for you. Did you play sport as a child?
Yeah, when I was a child, I did a lot of sports. But let me talk about my favorite sport. It was cricket,
Why?
because cricket is only the game that it keep me fit for not only the present time but a future as well. So I think for the purpose of fitness, I think the cricket is the best game.
Mm-hmm. And do you play sport now?
Well, to be honest, at the current time, due to the hectic schedule, I'm not able to spend a lot of time with sports. But in future, if I'm getting a chance, if I get a chance, I definitely try to my favorite game, that is cricket.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you
Love
very much,
cricket,
ma'am.
huh?
Thanks. Sorry. Yeah, I cricket a lot. Yeah, yeah.
Where are you from, Bihar?
Well, I'm from Baroda, Gujarat, India.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Big cricketing country. Thank you. I'm going to
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much,
Cheers.
Alex. Thank you very much.
All right. Nice work. What do you guys think? Yeah, one thing someone said, cricket. Also, I had the cricket. Don't need an article. Just I love cricket. I play cricket. Scrolling through the comments here. Oh, you've got some country mates there. Good, Marina says maybe more details. Yeah. I think if you, when we, a little bit later, record yourself and listen back, there was a little bit of what I would call false starts, where you started and stopped a couple of times, probably you're a bit nervous. That's very normal. There's actually a lot of people listening to you. So in the real test, you know, that's something that will happen in part one. You feel nervous. You're probably going to speak really quickly. In your practice, just take that into consideration. Record yourself, listen back, and just do it again. Do it fresh. Try to eliminate those hesitations and repetitions. Okay, but really good use of the methods there. I like that both of you and Stephanie, talked about, you know, now, blah, blah, blah. But in the future, it's such a good way to show the examiner your range of grammar and range of language. Well done, you guys. Jay, yeah, Stephanie said, as I mentioned before, I got an injury. No, that's fine. Repetition, there's no problem with repetition. That's okay. Just not, you know, over and over and over. All right, let's move along and listen to a couple more questions. I'm just going to go backwards and forwards. Okay. Different J, not E2J. Well, it is E2J, but not the one you're thinking of that I'm talking to in the chat box. The other E2J, also quite famous. Okay, so number 3. This time we're just going to look at her answer. So question number 3 is this one. What sports are popular in your country? Guess what's missing here. I think cricket is the popular sport in my country. People also enjoy watching tennis and badminton. Even hockey is the national sport, not a something. People enjoy watching it. Good. Lots of you got number 1. Manya, well done. Number 2. Very good. Ash. Sune, nice work. All right, let's listen and just double check.
What sports are popular in your country?
I think cricket is the most popular sport in my country. People also enjoy watching tennis and badminton. Even though hockey is the national sport, not a lot of people enjoy watching it.
All right, well, you're correct. I think most of you were. Here it is. I think cricket is the most popular sport. Even though hockey is the national sport, not a lot of people enjoy watching it. There are, what, 3 sentences there. Which one is a complex sentence? Which one is a complex sentence? We've got, I think cricket, people also, and even though, yeah, it's the 3rd one. And I know that because even though is a subordinating conjunction at the beginning. Remember that our grammar classes are in the recorded class library. For those of you who are new to E2, we've been running grammar classes for the last about 6 weeks, every Friday, and all of them are in the recorded class library. So we've covered complex sentences, articles, punctuation, verb tenses. So if you need to refresh or learn about those things, check out the recorded class library. Okay, final question. Here it is, number 4. How important is sport in school? She says, I think it's very important to have sports in schools. Kids these days don't really go out to play. So there should be a place, they get to play outside and they can get some physical activity. It's important to something good habits early. Okay. Good, Catherine. All right, let's listen.
How important is sport in school?
I think it's very important to have sports in schools because kids these days don't really go out to play. So there should be a place where they get to play outside and they get some physical activity. It's important to cultivate good habits early.
Okay, and Jana, well done. You got number 3 without even listening. Amazing. So here they are. Because kids these days, there should be a place where they get to play outside. This is what we're going to work on in Friday's grammar class, by the way, relative clauses, and cultivate good habits. So grow good habits. Well done, guys. All right. Now, in Friday's class and Wednesday's class, You'll have more opportunities like today where the teacher will unmute your microphone. So usually for all 3 parts of the test. In this one, because it's just a really short sample class, I only had time for 2 of you, but be sure to come on Wednesday and Friday to practice more. Also, I'm going to give you, so today's topic was sport. Inside our course on E2 language, we have these things called topic toolkits. Do you guys know what they are? Yes, yes, yes. So these are basically topic-based resources. Each one is a downloadable PDF. There's 5 pages in it. It has vocab lists, so 20 topic-specific 20 topic-specific words, a sample essay on the topic of sport, resources, reading, listening, and videos all about this topic, speaking questions. So in particular, that's what I want you to look at today. Speaking part 1, 2, and 3, all about sport, and essay topics as well. If you are already an E2 member, go to your course, click on General and Academic Vocabulary, and there's a drop down with the 20 toolkits in there. If you're a paid member, you have all 20. If you are a free member, you have access to the first one, and now I'm going to give you access to the 17th one as well. And if you're watching on YouTube, actually, so you guys here with me on Zoom, I'm just going to paste the link into the chat box. So you just need to put your email in and then it will download. There we go. And if you're watching on YouTube, just if you're on YouTube, type !sport into the chat box and the link will automatically appear. And through that link, you can download the toolkit. Okay. Have you guys got it here on Zoom? Cool, thank you guys. So the animal one is free, this sport one is free. And if you have any paid package from the basic package, which is $44 with 10% off, don't forget, then you have access to all of them. All right. Oops. Up in there. All right, just a reminder about our code. New IELTS 10, only 48 hours for this. So what's that, today and tomorrow, I guess. If you want to upgrade, if you want to have access to all the live classes, plus all the toolkits, plus everything else on E2, $44 is the base, the like basic package, and it goes up. So if you want to do, if you want to get feedback on your writing, that's a bit higher. Tutorials a bit higher. So have a look on e2language.com or email us if you need some help choosing. And later, in 1.5 hours, we have our new member welcome. And in that session, I'll show you everything on E2 language. I'll show you where to find the toolkits and so on as well. So just finally, I'll show you 6 places to improve your speaking with E2 language. Number 1, so when you log in, even if you're a free member, when you log in, it will look sort of like this, and your course is the second button on the left. So click on that. There's a whole section on speaking, including places where you can watch video, record yourself, listen to samples as well. Second thing you can do is, of course, come to our live speaking class. It's every Friday, and this month it's also held on Wednesday for different time zones. Third thing you can do is join a group class. We have 5 students, 1 teacher in our group classes. They are only $19. Excellent chance to practice speaking with one of our E2 experts and heaps of feedback provided to you. You can also submit a 2-minute talk for feedback if you have bronze, silver or gold packages. In your tutorial, if you have bronze, silver or gold, you can spend 45 minutes working on speaking if you want with your teacher. You can also go to this E2 Plus Extras if you want to add on tutorials to your package. And we have this thing called Speaking Intensive, which is 2 20-minute sessions with your teacher, including a full score report. That's actually a really useful thing as you prepare for your test. Final thing is take the E2 mock test. That's a full practice IELTS exam, computer delivered format. The speaking part is one-on-one via Zoom with one of us. So all those 6 things can hopefully improve your IELTS speaking. And that is the end of our sample class. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I'm going to stay online here on Zoom for a little while. Thank you to those who are watching on YouTube. I hope next time I'll see you here on e2language.com. And our email's on the screen, hello@e2language.com, if you need help, or if I missed your question on YouTube or I missed your question here on Zoom, our student support team can always help you. Don't forget to use your discount code, new IELTS 10.
Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that replay of our live class. Remember, if you want to join in the live class action, check out e2language.com. You can sign up for free and join our sample live classes. And if you do want to upgrade, then you'll get heaps of live classes. And in fact, you can get unlimited live classes on some of the packages. They will help you enormously, and they make test prep kind of fun. Cool. Cheerio.